ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are continuing to read Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu's instructions, Lord Chaitanya's teachings. So Lord Chaitanya then sang before Sanatana Goswami a very nice song about the opulence of Krishna. All the pastimes of Krishna are exactly like the activities of a human being. Therefore, it is to be understood that his form is like that of a human being. A human being is an imitation of his form. His dress is just like a cowherd boy's, with a flute in his hand, and he seems to be just like a newly grown youth, always playful, playing just like an ordinary boy. The Lord wanted to explain to Sanatana Goswami about the beautiful aspects of Krishna. He said that if anyone can understand these beautiful qualities of Krishna, he is dipped into the ocean of nectar. One of Krishna's potencies is called Yoga Maya, which is transcendental and beyond the material energy. But he exhibits his transcendental potency even within this material world just to satisfy his confidential devotees. His appearance in this material world is meant for his devotees. His qualities are so attractive that Krishna himself becomes eager to understand himself. He is fully decorated and stands with his body curved in 3 ways, and his eyebrows are always moving, and his eyes are so attractive that all the gopis become enchanted. His special abode is on top of the spiritual sky, and he resides there with the similar associates, the gopis and all the goddesses of fortune. He is known there as Madan Mohan. There are many different pastimes of Krishna, such as his pastimes in the forms of Vasudeva and Sankarshan. In the material sky, his pastimes are as the first incarnation of the Purusha or the creator of the material world. There are also pastimes as the incarnation of the fish or tortoise, as manifestations of his incarnation of energies. There are his pastimes in the form of Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva as the incarnation of the material qualities. His pastimes as King Prithu as an empowered incarnation. His pastimes as the supersoul in everyone's heart, and his pastimes as the impersonal Brahman. He has innumerable pastimes, but the most important pastime of Krishna are his human-like activities in which he frolics in Vrindavan, dances with the gopis, plays with the Pandavas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and plays in Mathura and Dwarka. The most important part of his exhibition of pastimes is the human form, especially as a cowherd boy with flute in hand and appearing just like a newly grown youth. A partial manifestation of his pastime in Goloka, Mathura, and Dwaravati or Dwaraka can overflood the whole universe with love of Godhead. Everyone can become attracted by the beautiful qualities of Krishna. The manifestation of his internal potency is not even exhibited in the kingdom of God or on the planets of Vaikuntha, but he exhibits that internal potency within the universe by descending from his personal abode through his inconceivable mercy. Krishna is so wonderful and attractive that he himself becomes attracted by his beauty. And that is proof that he is full of all inconceivable potencies. So far as Krishna's ornaments are concerned, when they decorate his body, it appears that the ornament does not beautify Krishna, but that the ornament itself becomes beautiful since it is on his body. He appears always curved in three ways, and he attracts all the living entities and all the demigods. He attracts even the Narayana form in each and every Vaikuntha planet. Chapter 10, The Beauty of Krishna. Krishna is known as Madan Mohan because he conquers the mind of Cupid. He is Madan Mohan by his favors to the damsels of Raja and by accepting their devotional service. The Lord is engaged there in the Rasa dance as a new Cupid after conquering Cupid's pride. He is Madan Mohan by his capacity to conquer the minds of women with his 5 arrows called form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. The pearls of the necklace, which is hanging on the neck of Krishna, are as white as ducks. And the feather of the peacock, which is decorating the head of Krishna, is colored just like the rainbow. His yellow garment is like lightning in the sky. Krishna is like the newly arrived clouds, and the gopis are just like footbells on his feet. When the cloud pours rain on the grains in the field, it appears that Krishna is nourishing the heart of the gopis by calling down his pastime rain of mercy. The ducks fly in the sky in the rainy season, and the rainbow is also seen in the sky at that time. Krishna freely moves with his friends as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. And when he plays his flute, all the living creatures, mobile and immobile, become overwhelmed with ecstasy, and they quiver and tears flow in their eyes. His conjugal love is the summit of his various opulences. The Lord is the master of all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Out of these, his perfect beauty is his conjugal attraction. The form of Krishna, the conjugal beauty, is eternally existent in Krishna alone, whereas his other opulences are present in his Narayana form. When Lord Chaitanya was describing the super excellence of Krishna's conjugal attraction, he felt a transcendental ecstasy and caught up the hands of Sanatan Goswami and began to say how fortunate the damsels of Raja were. He recited in this connection a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 24th chapter. How much penance and austerities the damsels of Vrindavan must have undergone, for they are able to drink the nectar of Krishna, who is all beauty, all strength, all riches, all fame, and who is the center of all the beauties of bodily luster. This is really beautiful. I think I'm going to stop here. So really in this section, as you can see now, the focus is really towards Krishna. So beautiful, right? The explanation is given so nicely about all of it. Here, the explanation is given about the different incarnations, right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking to Sanatan Goswami, and then he's explaining all about the different incarnations. He takes all of it. However, the most important incarnation is when he comes as himself, and he's in Vrindavan, Mathura, and he's just like cowherd boy and playing with all the gopis, the gopas, and all of that. It's just so beautiful. So that is like the most important, just Shama Sundar, right? That's the form of the Lord that is supposed to be the highest, that we can focus and concentrate on our while we are chanting and all of it, because Shama Sundar is the form which is like the topmost. And that reciprocation is also given in there. Also here it's given that later on it is explained, like the more and more the details, it's like almost like zooming in on Krishna's form. And then from the pastime, now we are moved into Krishna's form, and really look at how beautifully Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining about what his form is, the three-bended form, and also what the pearls of the necklace looks like. It is as white as ducks, and the feather is of the peacock is like the rainbow, And what is his garment like? So can you imagine, like slowly, the concentration and the focus is so much on Krishna's beauty and Krishna's form. And that is really the concentration, right? So much of that dhyana that we are putting in. So very nicely explained in here. And as it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going on explaining, he felt that transcendental ecstasy when he's explaining about Krishna's conjugal attraction. And we know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is really in the mood of Radharani, right? Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani. So it's very natural to understand that how he must be feeling this when he's explaining all of this to Sanatan Goswami. So very beautiful explanation here. Again, it is really an inspiration for us to focus and concentrate on that Shama Sundar form of Krishna and really like able to appreciate the details of his form, his beauty, and all of that. And when we do that, what would happen is really we will be able to focus so much on the holy name when it is connected with that attractive form of the Lord also. So with that, I would like to go.